Hi, today's exercise is avoiding pentatonics. Now, there's nothing at all wrong with pentatonic scales, obviously, because that's what everyone uses all the time, and they're probably the best scales to learn when you first start playing lead guitar. But occasionally you'll find that you might start getting a bit fed up with hearing the sound of your own playing, and it might sound a bit stale or a bit samey. Even if it sounds good to everyone else, you might be getting bored of it. It's a good way to mix it up a little bit. And when I say avoiding pentatonics, it's basically avoiding any scales and just going for the notes of the chords. It's more of like a jazz approach, really. But you can apply it to any kind of playing, any style of playing. So if I just, I've got a loop pedal here, I'll put a simple chord sequence, standard kind of poppy sort of chord sequence into it, and then we'll have a look at what we can do with it. So I haven't planned what I'm going to do. I'll maybe do C, F, A minor, G. A million songs have got those chords in. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I've put those into the loop pedal. Not very exciting chords, they're just standard majors and minors. But what we can do is just find the notes of those chords in different places on the neck. Now, you might already know a bit about this, but I'll perhaps do another more in-depth lesson on this at some point. But anyway, so for example, the C chord, obviously it's there, but it's also in other places like here as a bar chord. But rather than thinking of that whole bar chord shape, I might just take the first three strings. Just think of those as being the C chord, which they are. That's a little small chord, C chord. And then I need to find an F chord. So that's my second one. Obviously there's one there. There's an F bar chord here. So I could just take the first three strings again. So I've got these for C, these for F. The next one was A minor. Again, it's in lots of places, but there's an A minor chord here, which is very close to those other two I just played. And this is how jazz musicians tend to approach soloing. Yeah, that's a bit of an oversimplification, but this is certainly part of it. So there's C like that, F like that, A minor like that. We'll do another lesson on how you find these. What was the last one? G. There's a G chord. There's one here, which is basically the F moved up to. But there's also one here. Could play like a D shape. That's a G chord as well. Comes from this. Another way to think of it is D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G. So I've got C, F, A minor, G. So I'll just play very simply over the top of my looped sequence, but I'm not going to play a scale, I'm just going to use those notes. Okay, now you could see from there I was running out of ideas quite quickly, but you get the sort of the idea probably from what I started to do there. You can play very melodic things just playing the notes of the chords. Now, if you combine that with scale notes, that's when it can sound really good. But the exercise for today is to not use any scale notes, it's just to use the chord notes. So the next stage would be to then find those same chords in another position. So a quick example for that would be C there, F there. I'm using the same shapes we've just been using, but in different order. A minor, G. So I could do a similar thing here. Combine the two. idea, hopefully. So that's the exercise. Good thing to try. You might want to start off just with 2 chords. Just keep it very simple, and then you can start going to more complicated chord sequences. And a loop pedal is useful for this, but obviously you can use backing tracks. Okay, so I hope that's useful and makes sense. If you've got any questions, please put them in the comments. Please click like if you like this one, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And look out for more guitar exercise lessons. Okay, thanks.